upright if you're able to move your hat for the singing of our national anthem by the HLV Senior Choir.
Good evening and welcome to high school football on this Friday night in late September. Riverhawk High School football. Glad to have you with us here on the Miles Telephone Company live stream. Mike Kelly along with you again this Friday. And tonight we made the long road trip down Interstate 80 to Victor, Iowa, where it's going to be the visitors, Easton Valley Riverhawks, taking on the HLV TC Warriors. The Warriors come from 8-man District 5, the Riverhawks 8-man District 4, obviously a non-district game here tonight. And the Riverhawks coming in with that spotless 4-0 record overall, 3-0 in district play. The HLV Warriors come in at 1-3 overall, 1-2 in 8-man District 5 action. Last week, of course, Riverhawks rolled over Central City by a score of 76-12. Last week, HLV lost to neighbors Iowa Valley by a score of 70-12. First meeting between these schools. And district standings, HLV is tied for 4th in District 5, and of course the Riverhawks in a three-way lead with Edco and Central Elkader in that District 4. Next week, Easton Valley will be home for homecoming as they take on a very good Edco team. HLV will be at a team that Easton Valley played earlier in the year, Winfield Mount Union. We've had our national anthem. Both teams have been introduced by the PA system here at HLV. Nice facilities here at HLV in Victor. It's a north-south field. We are up in the press box on the east side of the field, looking across the way to the Easton Valley bench, which is on the opposite side, the west side of the field from us. And that's where the Easton Valley fans are situated as well. So as you're looking tonight on the camera, if you look left to right, it's south to north. The wind, not much of a factor at all here tonight. Kind of warm, but not really too humid. So we're in good shape as far as Mother Nature is concerned here in Victor tonight. We'll go over a lot of things during the course of the night. The Riverhawk sports calendar. We'll even take a look at some of the district standings a little more in depth. See what's happening elsewhere around the area tonight. And take a look at tomorrow's college football lineup here in the state of Iowa as well. The Riverhawks will kick off, and they are kicking from the north to the south as we see it here from the press box. Keegan Lee has it teed up. And we are underway here with 8-man football from Victor. It's a squib kick, and it's laid on by HLV at about the 20, we'll call it the 28-yard line. That's where they will take over. 1st and 10, HLV at their own 28-yard line. The field itself kind of nestled on the outside of town on the northwest side of Victor. But yeah, it looks like the field itself is in excellent condition. And we're ready to go here with the first play from scrimmage. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers set right, 1 to the left. There's a handoff over right guard. And he'll pick up about 5. That's running back K.O. Weiskopf. He's a 5'9", 167-pound junior. No huddle offense. 4 receivers this time. 2 left, 2 right. Back to pass. And pressure coming, and hang on, and he throws it up for grabs. He stayed in the pocket. Riverhawks almost had a sack back there. It looked like Isaac Feller was in there. Keegan Gorsh, the quarterback for HLV. They had a hand around him, but couldn't get him to the turf. He threw it away. That'll bring up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 8 yards to go for HLV as they have the ball resting at their own 32-yard line. 2 receivers set to the right, 1 to the left this time. They keep 1 back in to block. Pass over the middle. It's overthrown. It's picked off by Lee at the 30-yard line. Ball was overthrown just a touch, and Lee was right there with good coverage from that safety position. He picked it off. They're going to spot it at the Easton Valley 29-yard line. So the turnover on the interception will give the ball 1st and 10 to the Easton Valley Riverhawks at their own 29-yard line. I've already had one text. One of our viewers has spotted the down marker that's lit up. That is kind of nice. You see that more and more these days in high school football with these night games. Riverhawks line it up. One receiver split wide to the left. Shotgun formation for Lee. He's got it. He's going to roll to his left. He looks, and he looks for Mess. No, he's got his man. It's Richie down the field, and he's well into HLV territory. It looked like he was looking at Messridge over here on the left flats, but Richie on a deeper route opened up. There is a flag down on the play, and they're going to call holding on the Riverhawks. So they're going to march that one back. Big gain is wiped off the books, and they'll mark off a 10-yard holding penalty against Easton Valley. That'll put Easton Valley in a hole at first down and 20 rather than a first down in Warrior territory. Lee rolled to his left that time, bought some time with the roll, and had the second receiver into the clearing, but all for naught with the penalty. So 1st and 20 Riverhawks, ball on their own, we'll call it the 19-yard line. They'll send 3 receivers trips out to the right this time. Empty backfield with Keegan Lee. He takes the snap, he looks. He's looking to his right where those receivers were. Now he rolls a little bit to the right. He straightens up, throws, and he's got his man, and it's going to be a first down just beyond the marker. Pass was caught, and it's first down Easton Valley. They cross the midfield stripe, and they'll have it first down and 10 at the 39-yard line of HLV. Two receivers out to the right this time, one slot. Now a man in motion is Messridge. He lines up in the backfield, and he's going to get the handoff there. And he's got nowhere to go, but he escapes a couple tackles and now gang tackled in the backfield for a loss. Very well played that time by the Warriors, as Messridge had nowhere to go as soon as he got the ball. And it's going to be a loss of, we'll call it 2 yards. Bring up a second down and 12 for the Riverhawks back in their own territory now at their own 39-yard line. Clock running with 9:40 to go. We're just getting going here from Victor. My first trip to Victor. I've been down Interstate 80 many times and seen the exit, but never really been in town. 2nd and 12. Lee, empty backfield. He's got it. Now he steps up in the pocket. He looks to run. He does run. He tucks it under, tries to get out of bounds, pushed out of bounds. Short gain on the play. Pickup of about 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 yards to go for the Riverhawks. The ball at the 38-yard line of the Warriors. See what Coach Irwin dials up on this particular down. Going to send a couple receivers, 3 receivers now. Richie Fedderson and Messridge all lined up to the right side. Lee's calling the signals in an empty backfield. He's got it. He looks downfield. Now he's going to roll to his right. He's got some room to run if he wants to take it, and he does. Slips a couple tackles, sneaks under a tackle, and he's going to get enough for a first down. So he let the play develop, and as soon as those defensive backs dropped deeper in coverage, that opened up the middle of the field, and he had a lot of running room, picks up a first down on that long 3rd and long. So it'll be first down Riverhawks. Ball now at the 25-yard line of HLV. 8:50 to go here, first quarter. This time a couple in the backfield with Keegan Lee. One on either side. Lee's got it. There's a pitch to Messridge. He tries a couple juke moves, gets away. He's still on his feet. Another spin move, and it continues to go. He's finally knocked out of bounds, but another nice gain on first down for Easton Valley. And I think they're going to call it a first down. Yeah, he got 10 yards on it. Takes the ball down to the, they're going to spot it at about the 14-yard line. Picked up, we'll call it an 11-yard gain on that first down play. So first down and 11 for Easton Valley with the ball sitting at the 14-yard line of HLV. Empty backfield for Lee. He's got the shotgun snap. Now he's going to roll out of trouble to his right, still looking downfield. Pump fake, tucks it under, runs, picks up a first down inside the 5-yard line. Going to set up a first down and goal for the Riverhawks. We'll see where they spot it.
Touchdown for the Riverhawks.
On the board, they got a touchdown, so I didn't think he got in, but maybe he did get in. Empty backfield again for Keegan Lee. Takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left. He tucks it under that left hand, and he is in for the two-point conversion. And we've played not even 6 minutes. Riverhawks 8, HLV nothing. We'll take a quick break and be back in about 30 seconds.
You have several devices using your internet at one time? Do you like to stream movies or sporting events using a laptop computer, smart TV, or other device? If yes, then contact Miles Telephone in Miles for high-speed fiber to the home internet for the internet service that's right for you. Other services provided are phone with unlimited long distance, Skitter TV, secure IT antivirus protection, and Lorix security camera systems. Miles Telephone in Miles, phone 563-682-7111, online at milestelephone.com.
Mike Kelly back with you. 8-0 Riverhawks lead. They'll kick off here momentarily. They like to throw the football, but a lot of that drive was done through the legs of Keegan Lee, as he was very patient on some of those plays. Rolled out, took a look downfield, nothing there, found some openings, got some yards, and finally got one into pay dirt. Ran the extra point in as well, and it's 8-0 Riverhawks. They'll kick off, probably their standard squib kick. There it is. He bangs one down the middle, picked up and fallen on at about the 30-yard line by HLV. That's where they'll start their second possession. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. HLV, as we mentioned, comes into this non-district competition with a 1-3 overall mark, 1-2 in district play. Keegan Gorsh out of the shotgun, the quarterback for HLV. He's going to hand it off, and with nowhere to go in the backfield, they gave it to Weiskopf, and he was smothered. Easton Valley all over that one, and it's going to be a loss of about 3 yards on the play. Ball back to about the 26-yard line, where it'll be second down and we'll say 14 yards to go for HLV, the Warriors. This time they split one receiver left, one to the right, one back in the backfield, flanked to the left of Gorsh, the quarterback. Low snap, he has trouble, and he's going to have to fall on it. Ritchie right there to tap him down. And another loss on the play for HLV, and they're moving the wrong way. And another loss, this one of about 6 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 20 as the ball's all the way back to their own 20-yard line. So a tough one here. Tough down and distance for the Warriors. Riverhawks maybe smelling some blood here already. Gorsh gets his play from the sideline. He'll send one receiver left, one right. Again, that running back right next to him on his left-hand side. Gorsh out of the shotgun. He takes the snap. He looks to throw. Now he flings one short across the middle. It's caught, and well short of the first down is McCullough, the wide receiver, and he's drugged down immediately by the Riverhawks. And that's going to set up a 4th and long for HLV. 4th down and about 14 yards to go for the Warriors. Punting situation. high snap. Nice job bringing it down, and a really good punt. Messridge is going to have to let this one roll, and it rolls out of bounds. What a dandy punt. As he pins the Riverhawks deep, kicked it out of bounds at about the 2 or 3 yard line. I don't know if he meant to do that, but the results were just what they needed and wanted. And it's going to be first down and about 10 yards to go for the Riverhawks. Ball way back at their own, we'll call it about the 3 the way it looks. Maybe the 2 even. Riverhawks break huddle already. They're ready to roll. We'll see how risky they get deep in their own territory inside the 5 yard line. Tight formation this time by the Riverhawks. Lee hands it off. Short gain on the play. Messridge, the ball carrier, picked up maybe a yard, maybe 2. Second down and 9 for the Riverhawks. Just trying to get out of that hole a little bit with that off guard play. Got to be careful here if Lee goes into the end zone to drop back and pass. Another tight formation. This time Lee's going to keep it, and he's got a little room. In fact, he's got more than a little room. He bounces it near a first down. We'll see where they spot it. I think they did get a first down. Picked up about 8 or 9 yards on the play. It's going to be first down Riverhawks. Moves the ball out past the 10 yard line. First and 10 from the 12, maybe the 13 yard line. So Easton Valley using some of that ground game to move the football here early in this one. Another tight formation. Double tight end, run, 2 running backs in the backfield. Lee under center. There's a pitch play to Feddersen. Good hard run on the outside, left side. Picked up positive yardage. Picked up about 5 yards, maybe 6 on the play. So a nice run by Feddersen on that one. Second down and 4. Ball moved out to the 18 yard line. Clock running with 4:26 to go here in our first quarter. 8-0, Riverhawks lead. They started this drive way back on their own 2 yard line. Trying to punch it out to get some more breathing room. One wide receiver to the left this time. That's Messridge. He goes in motion. There's the handoff to Feddersen again. He covers up. Nice run again, as looks like they got him spotted for another first down. We'll see. They haven't indicated it yet. But I think we got another flag down over near the Riverhawk bench. And it looks like a block in the back call against Easton Valley. So Easton Valley, kind of uncharacteristically, a couple first quarter penalties here that have cost them a couple first downs. One big play early in the game. They'll mark off 10 yards and all the way back to the they spot the ball on the 9 yard line. So second down and 13. Clock wound by the official. It's down to 3:38 here first quarter. Now we're going to pass. Lead pump fakes. He's in trouble. He's got to get rid of it. He does, and he throws it out of bounds into the Warrior bench. Good pressure that time by HLV, as Lee could never really get the shoulders square to make a pass, as he was under some heat that time by the Warrior defense. Incomplete pass stops the clock. It'll be a third down and 13 now for Easton Valley. We'll see what they can come up with here on a tough 3rd and 13 situation. Plenty of time on the play clock. Trip sent out to this left side. Empty backfield for Keegan Lee. He takes a snap. Here comes HLV. Lee's looking downfield. He's going to throw deep. He's got a man down there. It's Messridge, and he's got it. And he's going to go the distance for the Riverhawk touchdown. Just over the defender's outstretched hands. And that goes for 71 yards on that pitch and catch from Lee to Messridge. Over the defender's fingertips. Messridge right there hauls it in at the 3:15 mark here in the first quarter. Makes it 14-0 pending the extra point. 71 yards. Lee to Messridge. Now the extra point try, tight formation. Lee's got it. He's going to try and run for it. He wiggles around and he crosses the goal line, and another Lee run to put 2 more points on the board for the Riverhawks. So with 3:15 to go first quarter, our score, Easton Valley 16, HLV TC nothing. We'll be right back.
Ole's Garage Convenience and Service of Preston has so many different ways to serve you. Stop for gas, a cup of coffee, bottle of pop, all your favorite C-store items, and a quality automotive repair shop that features diagnostics, tune-ups, brakes, oil changes, tires, tire repair, and much more. Ole's Garage Convenience and Service, easy to find on Highway 64 in Preston.
Back with you here from Victor, Iowa tonight, a non-district game. That was Wyatt Sullivan on the extra point carry, by the way. He snuck into the game on us and found a little seam and got in there. Put 2 on the board. It's 16-0. And yeah, a 71-yard pass from Lee to Messridge. Lee bought some time by rolling right again. Gave Messridge some time to get down the field. Got behind the defense. Ball was a little underthrown, but you can't blame him for that. That's a long way to try and get one downfield. Messridge held his ground. Defender couldn't quite get high enough, and it landed right in Messridge's breadbasket for the touchdown for 71 yards. Lee to kick off again to HLV. Another squib kick, and it's off HLV, and that's a loose ball, but they fall on it. Fortunate for them. That ball had some crazy hop to it, and it got one of their players, but they do fall on it. Back at their own 25-yard line. That's where the Warriors will take over 1st and 10 with 3:11 to go here, first quarter. All Easton Valley thus far. Warriors will go 1 wide out left, 1 to the right. 2 in the backfield. There's a handoff this time. There's room on the right side. It's a first down on the carry. That was McCollum, or no, excuse me, that was Weiskopf again. And he picks up about 20 yards, and it'll be a 1st and 10 into Riverhawk territory. They'll spot it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line of Easton Valley. Just a simple pitch play to the right side, and there was some room out there, and he took advantage of it. They got the end sealed on Easton Valley's left side. First down, HLV. They got it now at the Riverhawk 35. 2 wideouts again. There's a quarterback option to the left side. And a nice first down play again for the Warriors as Gorsh, the quarterback, ran the option to the left, kept the ball. Got 9 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 1 for HLV. Clock running with 2:40 to go here, first quarter. Gorsh gets to play from the sideline. Same formation with those 2 backs on each side of him in the backfield. 2 wide receivers, 1 left, 1 right. There's the snap, handoff this time. And it's going to be enough for a first down. Perkle on the carry for the Warriors. He picked up enough for the first down. Ball down to the 22-yard line of Easton Valley. So it's 1st and 10 Warriors from the Easton Valley 22. So first legitimate drive here for the Warriors in this football game on their third possession. Same formation. They've got good luck with it. Not this time, though, in the backfield. And nowhere to go that time for Weiskopf. As soon as he received the handoff, he was swallowed up that time. Mesridge and Feddersen right there to drop him, and it's a loss of about, well, we'll say 4 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 14, maybe even 15 for the Warriors. They've been running out of the same formation with 2 wide receivers, 1 left, 1 right. Same with the running backs flanking each side of Gorsh. Now he throws out into the left flats. He's got his man. Nifty move and ran into his own blocker. Flags fly all over the place. And we've got markers all over, laundry all over the field over on that Easton Valley sideline. We'll see what we got for a preliminary indication. Block in the back by the Warriors, so that'll cost them the first down. They'll mark off the penalty of 10 yards. So they end up with a net gain of about 2 yards on the play after they mark off the penalty. We'll call it 2nd down and about 13 yards to go for HLV. Again, there's a snap and the handoff, and not much doing that time. Perkle had the ball again. He had a nice run prior to that, but that time he was bottled up and knocked down for a very short gain. Maybe it will give him a yard. Brings up a 3rd down and 13. Probably 4 down territory if you're the Warriors in this situation, with the ball resting at the Easton Valley 25-yard line. See if the Easton Valley Riverhawk defense can tighten up here and force them into a 4th and long. Same formation. There's a snap to Gorsh. He looks downfield. He throws and tried a little out right at the first down marker inside the 15, but threw it too far out in front of his intended receiver. Good coverage over there by Lee, among others. And the incomplete pass will set up that 4th down we talked about, 4th and 13 from the Easton Valley 25-yard line. 28 seconds left to go here, first quarter. Probably a passing situation on a 4th and 13. They're going to send 3 receivers out to the right side this time. Gorsh, empty backfield. He's got 1 receiver flanked out to the left. Here comes Gorsh back to pass. Here comes the heat. They're going to throw downfield. And Mesridge makes a terrific play on coverage. The receiver had a step initially, but Mesridge closed on it and got a hand up and knocked it away. And the ball will go over on downs on the incomplete pass. And Easton Valley will have 1st down and 10 from their own 25 with 22 seconds to go here, first quarter. So nice defensive stand after HLV drove it into Easton Valley territory. As far down as the 25-yard line, the Easton Valley defense buckled down and got the ball back on downs, and they've got it back, 1st and 10. I backfield. There's the handoff to the up back, fullback. Mesridge on the carry, short yardage there. He might have picked up 4. And that's probably going to be the last play of this first quarter as the clock continues to run. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Riverhawks when we come back. And there it is, the end of the first quarter. We've played one. And our score at the end of the first quarter, Easton Valley 16, HLV nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this timeout. Mike Kelly back with you here from Victor, Iowa tonight, as it's the HLV TC Warriors hosting Easton Valley Riverhawks in this non-district battle. Week 5 already. That's amazing how quickly this football season rolls on. But yeah, this is the 5th week of high school football. Of course, Easton Valley off to that perfect 4-0 start. Don't forget, next week it's homecoming at Easton Valley. We'll talk more about that later on. Easton Valley with the football at their own 25-yard line. Back to pass is Lee. Lee's looking for a block. He got one from Graves. Springs him to the right side. Now he's just trying to stay on his feet, and he's rolled out of bounds. Graves sealed somebody off at about the 40-yard line, and Lee was able to bounce it out to the right side and pick up additional yardage. Very patient he is on his runs. Waits for those blocks to develop, and he waited for Graves, and Graves did the job. All the way down to the 34-yard line of HLV. So another nice run for Keegan Lee. Tight formation this time for Easton Valley. 2 backs in the backfield. And there's the pitch play. It goes to Feddersen. Feddersen's going to try the left side. It's got some pretty good yardage out there. Just a simple pitch left. Got some blocks to seal some people off over there, and picked up what looks to be about 6 yards on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 for Easton Valley. Ball now at the 28-yard line of HLV. Message to the right. 2 tight ends. In motion, Feddersen. He gets the pitch play. He's going to try the right side this time. He makes a couple moves and got plenty of yardage for the first down. But we got a flag on the play, and it's another holding against Easton Valley. So far they've been able to overcome their penalties, but I'm sure Coach Irwin is not real pleased with the penalties thus far for the Riverhawks. They'll mark off the walk-off, and it'll set up a 2nd down, and we'll call it 13 at the 38-yard line of the Warriors. It's homecoming here tonight at HLV. Notice coming through town, a lot of signs and window paintings and things like that, homecoming type things. Tight formation on the 2nd and 13 for the Riverhawks. Feddersen and Messridge in the backfield. Lee back to pass. He's got a man open. It's Ritchie. Ritchie on the run. He's got it. It's a touchdown, Riverhawks. 38 yards. Beautiful throw by Keegan Lee, and a nice catch. And Ritchie had a step on him. And it's another touchdown for Easton Valley. 38 yards at the 11:05 mark here in the 2nd quarter. The freshman just outran the defense that time. And right on his fingertips, Lee put the ball. Now they'll go for the extra point. Lee's going to keep it as he has the other 2 times, and he reaches and he's across. And 2 more points tacked on the Lee run for the extra point. And with 11:05 to go 2nd quarter, our score now, Easton Valley 24, HLV nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Jesse Jepson at Jesse's Automotive and Mini Mart just off Highway 64 in Miles is passionate about solving your auto repair issues and providing repairs and maintenance that exceeds all expectations. From basic automotive maintenance like oil changes and tire service to more complex issues like brake repair and suspension issues, stop in at Jesse's Automotive and Mini Mart. They also have homemade lunch specials, snacks, and a lot of your favorite C-store items, along with gasoline. See you soon at Jesse's Automotive and Mini Mart in Miles. Find them on Facebook.
24-0 here early in the 2nd quarter. It's been all Easton Valley as they've been able to overcome a couple penalties, but no problem. And they've got 3 scores on the board, have been successful in all their extra points as well to put these 24 points on the board for the Riverhawks. Don't forget, next week at Easton Valley, it's homecoming there as well, with lots of activities. When we have more time, we'll go over a few of those. Some other athletic events as well next week we want to make sure you're aware of. Lee tees it up. He's ready to kick off again. And he'll squib it, and he does. There's that crazy hop. This time they pick it up, and they go down immediately. Sandwick, the return man that time, he fielded it clean and just took about one step and dropped to his knees. And that was at the 32-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 HLV from their own 32-yard line. And we'll see if that Riverhawk defense, which has been so good thus far this season, can get another stop right here. That familiar three-man front for the Riverhawk defense. Couple linebackers. Pass out on the left flats is caught by Weiskopf. Nice gain on first down. Well, shorter gain, 2 yards. 2nd and 8 up at the 34-yard line. He ran it out of bounds, so the clock stops. Down marker having a little trouble keeping track of the down. They've got 3rd and now a 4th. Now they got it right. 2nd down. There's the handoff. No, it's a keeper by Gorst, the quarterback. He's going to try the right side. He's got room. He's trying to get down the sideline, and he stepped out of bounds, but there's another flag on the field way back at the 40-yard line. Well-designed play by the Warriors, but it's going to get called back. It's a hold against HLV. Maybe that's why he had so much room on that right side. Looks like it took place right around the 40, 41, or 39-yard line. They're going to move the ball all the way back to the 29, where it'll be 2nd down again. But this time it's 2nd down and 13 from the 29-yard line. They wind the clock. It'll go. They'll send in that familiar setup they have. One receiver left, one right, 2 running backs flanking each side of the quarterback. Gorsh has got it. He's going to try the option, and not much happening that time as he's swallowed up by Bowling. He played that really well. The young sophomore pulled Gorsh down and kept him with a short gain. He maybe got a yard up to the 29-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 13. Gorsh out of the shotgun. He's going to hand this one off. They try the left side, and he's swallowed up after a short gain. Maybe picked up a couple, 2 or 3 by Weiskopf. And it's going to be 4th down and 11. We'll see what they decide to do this time, whether they want to try and go for it. They're in their own territory. Pretty tough situation. Last time they punted, they had a terrific punt. Looks like maybe they're going to go for it. Gorsh in the backfield, ready to get the ball unless he quick kicks it, but it looks like they're going to go for it. 4th and 11 in their own territory. Gorsh back to pass. He's going to try, and he throws, but incomplete. Don't know that he would have been in bounds anyway. So the Riverhawks are going to get excellent field position already in Warrior territory at the 34-yard line, and they'll take over again, 1st and 10 from the 34, call it even the 33 of HLV. 9 minutes exactly to go here, 2nd quarter. Tight formation for the Riverhawks. 2 in the backfield with Lee, who's under center this time. And he hands it off. It's Feddersen just tripped up after a short gain. Pickup of about 4 yards for Feddersen on that first down carry. Took it down to the 29-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Riverhawks. Already leading by a score of 24-0. Looking for more here early in the second quarter. Shotgun now for Lee. Messridge goes in motion. Lee's going to take it to the left side and keep it. And he now makes the pitch to Messridge, and it's going to be plenty for the first down. Little option left that time. And it's enough for a first down as Messridge took it all the way down to the 20-yard line of the Warriors. 1st and 10 Riverhawks at the 20. Lee gets the play from the bench, brings it over to the huddle. Clock running, 8 minutes to go, second quarter. Ritchie and Messridge split wide left, as does Feddersen. So Tripp's on the left side. Empty backfield for Keegan Lee. Now Messridge in motion. He's going to get the pitch on the way by. Nifty move there. Cuts it back. He's got room. He's going down the left side. Now he turns it back in and he spins into the end zone for another Riverhawk touchdown. 20 yards on that carry for Messridge. No flags. And Easton Valley making quick work here in this non-district football game. They'll go for 2 again. Lee out of the shotgun. He's been running it on these twos, and it looks like that's what he's going to try and do this time too from the left side, and he is in no trouble. 2-point conversion is good on the Lee run, and with 7:37 to go, second quarter, our score now, Easton Valley 32, HLV nothing. We'll keep it here this time, give us a chance to go over a few of the items coming up this week, homecoming week at Easton Valley. Monday, cross country, as they will travel to North Cedar for a 13-team invitational Monday afternoon at the Loudon Golf Course, so you might want to check that out. Also Monday, volleyball at North Cedar. Tuesday, there's volleyball versus Midland at Easton Valley. That will be broadcast here on the live stream from Miles Telephone Company. That's Tuesday night. That'll be about 7:15 for the start of that volleyball game, a conference volleyball game with the Midland Eagles. Thursday, there's more cross country, a big meet up at Western Dubuque, about 18 or 19 teams up there. See how the Riverhawks can fare against a field of very large schools, so it's a tough meet and a very tough course as well. More volleyball Thursday night as the Riverhawks travel to North Cedar to play the Knights in conference action, volleyball action. And, of course, next Friday night, the homecoming football game, and it's going to be a dandy. 2 teams that come into tonight's action undefeated as the Riverhawks host Edco, the Vikings, on Easton Valley's homecoming next Friday night. And, of course, you can see that game and hear it right here on the live stream by Miles Telephone Company. We'll be there for that one as well. So lots of homecoming activities. Of course, the parade Friday afternoon. There's bonfires and things on Wednesday night. So if you want something to do, you don't have far to go next week, as you can enjoy with the students the Easton Valley homecoming. It's always fun. It sounds like it's going to be summer-like weather all the way through next week, so it shouldn't be a problem there. And, of course, don't forget, tune in Tuesday for volleyball, and Friday night, if you can't make it to the homecoming football game, tune us in, and we'll bring it to you. And it should be a dandy next Friday night between Edco, who goes into tonight's action 4-0, and Easton Valley, of course, 4-0. But leading big already in this one, 32-0 here in the second quarter. Other action in District 4 tonight in 8-man. Of course, we're here at HLV with Easton Valley. Key High's at Cal Wheat. That was earlier tonight at Cal Wheat. Central City's at Edco, and Springville, and what I think will be a good game, is at Central Elkader, another undefeated team in District 4 action. Lee's got it teed up. He'll squib it down the field. And another one that's tough to handle, and they bobble it a little bit. Now they're going to try and run out of there with it. And a pretty nice run as the ball carrier, number 24, Harriman, put his shoulder down and tried to get an extra yard or two and did. Tough run by him, but Easton Valley drug him down. He took it out to the 37-yard line of the Warriors, and they'll take over 1st and 10 from that point. Easton Valley with that line down. Isaac Feller in there, Graves, and Bowling up front. Ritchie at one of those DNs. There's a pass out into the right flats, and a short gain, but a positive gain as Gorsh hit the running back out of the backfield. Short gain of about, we'll give him 3 yards on that. Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Stayed in bounds, so the clock runs with 7:14 to go here, second quarter. Ball up to the Warrior 39-yard line. They'll send trip receivers out to the left side, the near side. One receiver out by himself on the right side. Gorsh in the backfield, empty backfield. He's going to wing it out, and he does, and tough one to handle as he tried to zip it out on the left side where the trips were to McCullough, and I think he heard footsteps. You could see him take his eyes off the ball as he reached out after it, and there were footsteps coming, so nice job defensively by the Riverhawks. Incomplete pass stops the clock and brings up a 3rd down and 8 for HLV. They send the trips back out to the left side. Same formation we just had with one wide receiver to the right side. Here comes the pressure on Gorsh. He's going to fling one out. And the receiver came back to the ball and made the catch. The ball was underthrown, but a nice job by the receiver from HLV to come back to the football and make the catch for the 1st down. HLV quarterback Gorsh had to get rid of it because the heat was coming and he was about to be drugged to the ground, and he just kind of flung it out there, and his man saw the ball the whole way and pulled it in. So it's 1st and 10. They're in Riverhawk territory at the 32-yard line. There's the handoff. McCollum with it. He is spun to the ground by Feddersen. Short gain of about 2 yards on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 8. HLV looks a little flat coming out of the huddle right now. They'll send twins to the left side. Single wide receiver right side, one back in the backfield to the left of Gorsh, the quarterback. And we got an offsides. There was a blitz coming. It looked like Messridge was well into the neutral zone at the whistle, and that's what they'll call. He was definitely coming on a blitz between the left guard and the center, and had he just timed it a little bit better, he would have had free reign on the quarterback. But as it is, they'll mark off 5 yards on the offside and take the ball down to the 25-yard line, where it brings up a 2nd down and 3 for the Warriors. One receiver left, one to the right, one back in the backfield. Now they switch and they send another receiver out to the left. There's the handoff to McCullum. He's got it, but he's got not much room there. He might have got a yard. We'll see where they spot it. Bowling and Messridge on the stop for the Riverhawks. They'll give him a yard. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 for HLV. Clock is running with 4:55 to go here in our second quarter. We'll see what they do this time. Empty backfield for Gorsh. Now he steps away, looks over at his bench. Going to call a new play at the line of scrimmage. There's the snap. He's going to zip it. And threw it through some traffic. Feddersen got a hand up, might have got a piece of it. Kind of a dangerous pass. And I kind of figured they're thinking they're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so they got a little risky on 3rd down. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 2. The ball on the Easton Valley 24-yard line. Single receiver split left and right. 2 backs in the backfield flanking Gorsh, the quarterback. He's going to hand it to McCullum, and he is going to get swallowed up in the backfield. Mesridge as well as Ritchie in there. And it's going to be a loss, and the ball will go over to Easton Valley on downs. So again, that Easton Valley defense stiffens up when it needed to. 4th and 2. Actually, they had a 3rd and 2 and couldn't move it. In fact, they lost yardage on the 4th down play. So the ball goes over to Easton Valley with 4:29 to go here before halftime. And Easton Valley looking for more. Tight formation, I formation. Back to pass is Lee. He's going to roll now. A screen pass set up to the left side, and there's a lot of room over there, and it's going to be not quite enough for a 1st down. Pickup of about 9 as they swung a screen over to Feddersen on the left side. Nice 1st down play. Just about got it up to midfield. It's 2nd down and 1. The ball on the 39-yard line. Easton Valley's own 39-yard line. Tight formation. 2 backs in the backfield with Lee. 1 on either side. Low snap, but Lee handles it. Now he swings a pass out to Mesridge on the right flats. Nifty move. Breaks a couple tackles. Drug down into Warrior territory at the 35-yard line. Mesridge is kind of like trying to catch a cat. He can really shift those hips and make moves. And you got him 1-on-1 out in the flats. Good luck, because he is a tough one to try and drag to the ground. And I've tried to catch a cat, so I know how that feels. First and 10 Riverhawks from the HLV 35. Lee's going to take it. He's going to run option left. Keeps it this time. He's got a lot of room. Ducks her down around the 21-yard line. And Lee a little slow to get up, but he pops up. Maybe he was just taking a little break. As it is, it's a first and 10 Riverhawks, now down at the 21-yard line of HLV. Clock continues to run with 2:50 to go first half. Easton Valley very patient on some of these plays. And I don't mean slow, I mean they let the blocking develop and do a really good job of reading their blocks and picking up extra yards. Lee's going to hand it off to Feddersen. He makes a couple men miss. Now he puts his head down and picks up some tough yardage that time. Good tough run that time by Aiden Feddersen. And he picked up about 6 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 with the ball down at the 15-yard line of HLV. Eating up some clock too this drive are the Riverhawks, as we're under 2 minutes with 1:57 on the clock and counting. Tight formation. Lee's going to roll to his right. He looks, he's got a man, Ritchie, wide open in the end zone. And it's another touchdown, Riverhawks. Just a nice little corner route that time by Ritchie, and he just outran the defenders. 15 yards. Lead to Ritchie. And the Riverhawks extend their lead to 38-0, pending the extra point. 1:48 to go here in our second quarter. Easton Valley again to go for the extra point. They'll spread it out a little bit this time with trip receivers to the right side. Messridge split wide to the left. Lee in the empty backfield. There's a snap to Lee. He looks across the middle and looks for Messridge and finds him. And it's good on the extra point. A little out pattern on the left side. 1:48 to go here in our first half. And our score, Easton Valley 40 and HLV nothing. We'll be back right after this quick timeout.
Total Dimensions Therapy and Wellness PLC, located inside Cookie's Tanning and Fitness, specializes in red light therapy, instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization, and kinesiotaping. Seeking treatment early will prevent further injury and keep your pain from turning into a chronic issue. Contact Missy Wilson, physical therapist and certified light therapist at Total Dimension Therapy and Wellness PLC, located inside Cookie's Tanning and Fitness, 105 First Avenue Northwest in Preston. Phone 563-689-4912 to schedule an appointment today.
Kelly back with you here from Victor, Iowa tonight. HLV, our host here in this non-district football action. And it's all Easton Valley. They made the long trip west here this afternoon and for this evening game. And it's Easton Valley 40 and HLV nothing. And they've done it multiple ways. They've run the football. They've pass the football, and they've done it on the defensive side of the football, getting stops. In an 8-man football, it's all about getting stops on defense, and that's what they've been doing all year. Another good squib kick. This one's off, and it's going to be picked up at about the 2-yard line, and they're in trouble. As McCullum with it, he tries to bounce out. Makes a pretty good return out of nothing. Good kick that time by Lee. They finally drag him down at about the 18, where it'll be 1st and 10 HLV with 1:28 to go, and we'll see how crazy they get with the football on their own 18-yard line with the clock running with 1:15 to go. They do split 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back in the backfield with Gorsh. He takes a snap. They're going to throw. He's under pressure, and he is drugged down. Graves got in there and spun him down for the big loss. Clock continues to run with 50 seconds to go. So that answered our question. They were going to try and pick up some yardage deep in their own territory with the clock winding down. Now a timeout going to be called by HLV. Let's keep it here. What else we got going on around the world of sports? College football this weekend. There's some good football games with some the 2 Iowa schools. UNI's off this week, but of course Iowa takes on a resurgent Indiana football team. 4-0 Indiana, coming off a 53-point win over Illinois. Iowa's homecoming. That game is 4-0 Indiana and Iowa 3-1. It's 2:30 tomorrow afternoon on the Peacock Network. So hopefully you can get that or go somewhere that does get it and watch that, and we'll see what the Iowa can do with a top. I believe some polls have them Indiana ranked as high as number 8 now. So good game to watch there. Another good game in the state of Iowa tomorrow. It's actually tomorrow evening. It's on ESPN at 6 o'clock, and that's the Arizona Wildcats at 3-0, traveling to Ames to play the Cyclones, who come into that contest 4-0. So a big game there in the Big 12 in Ames. So you can watch the Iowa game, and about the time that one gets over, you can flip the channel and watch the Iowa State game. Good college football for the state of Iowa tomorrow. 40 seconds to go, 40-0, and Gorsh is going to fling one out. He had a man open, but he just couldn't get anything on the ball as he threw it off his back foot under pressure, and it falls incomplete. Clock is going to continue to run with the 35-point rule, so we'll see if they kind of take their time. Easton Valley looks like they're not interested in stopping the clock at this point with a 40-0 lead, and good sportsmanship that time right there by Coach Irwin. Now they swing it out into the right flats and are coming across the middle and getting hit very hard by Messridge is the receiver for HLV, and they're going to call a timeout with 4 seconds to go. We'll keep it here again. District 4 action. We talked about some of the games tonight. Standings-wise in the District 4, you've got 3 teams at 4-0 overall. Central Elkader and Easton Valley are both 3-0 in district play. Edco comes into tonight's action at 2-0 in district play. Calmus Wheatland, 2-2 overall, 0-1 in district play. Springville, 1-4, but they got to be one of the better 1-4 teams. They've had a really rugged, brutal schedule, have the Orioles, thus far this season. They're 1-4, but they're 1-2 in district play. Central City, 1-3 overall, 0-2 in district play. And Key High comes into tonight's action 1-3 overall, 0-3 in District 4 action. So 4 seconds to go here before halftime. And HLV called timeout. And we'll see if they got some kind of crazy play in their playbook, as they've got about 61 yards to get in 4 seconds. Messridge and Lee at safety for the Riverhawks, or Sullivan and Lee. They are pretty deep, not going to let anything behind them. Here comes the pressure to Gorshin. He gets rid of it, flings it out into the left flats. Nice move, and into the clear is the receiver. And look out, he's got room, and he's drugged down just before he got to the goal line at about the 5-yard line. Saving tackle that time. It looked like Isaac, or no, it was Bowling that made the big stop to keep the goose egg on the board for the defense and keep the Warriors out of the end zone. So they did have a play in their playbook to pick up that yardage, just fell a little bit short. Well, it's halftime here at HLV in Victor, and our score at halftime is Easton Valley 40 and HLV nothing. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with more action here in this non-district game. Again, our score at halftime, Easton Valley 40, HLV nothing. We'll be back with you in about 15 minutes.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know, you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Do you have several devices using your internet at one time? Do you like to stream movies or sporting events using a laptop computer, smart TV, or other device? If yes, then contact Miles Telephone in Miles for high-speed fiber to the home internet for the internet service that's right for you. Other services provided are phone with unlimited long distance, Skitter TV, secure IT antivirus protection, and Lorix security camera systems. Miles Telephone in Miles, phone 563-682-7111, online at milestelephone.com.
Ole's Garage Convenience and Service of Preston has so many different ways to serve you. Stop for gas, a cup of coffee, bottle of pop, all your favorite C-store items, and a quality automotive repair shop that features diagnostics, tune-ups, brakes, oil changes, tires, tire repair, and much more. Ole's Garage Convenience and Service, easy to find on Highway 64 in Preston.